Hello? Hello? Alright, now I just gotta wait for like 5 minutes. It's really weird now that I have an audience because it's like I actually have to wait for people to get here. Like, I know people will watch me, so I need to kind of wait a few minutes for them to filter in. Yo, Moose, you're the first one. Dang, dude. Where you been? How you been? What's with the angle? I felt like standing. That's it. I just felt like standing. I'll go back to normal angle once I am done with the story, but I felt like standing. It feels way better to be standing and read something. Aw, aw, you're making me blush. That's a hint for what we're about to read. It's awful. It's terrible. Oh, so what's up, Waz? Pretty good. Spent most of the day lifting heavy weights, moving rock. Coincidentally, I am drinking a Dr. Pepper because I was able to redeem all of my channel points, or all the channel points you guys spent previously. Diamond. What is a good dude? You have already read this story, so you're going to have a fun time with this. And yeah, anyone wondering about the camera angle? It's because I felt like standing. My back hurts after I sit in my chair too long.
Yes, indeed. This was a lapse in your judgment because
I
you
don't have
just
my earbuds in,
wasted
so I can't
40
hear
channel
anything.
points for nothing. 40 buckaroos down the drain, never to be returned to you because you were too foolish to think that
You're at work right now
there would be
and
something
making
interesting to happen if you gave
patrons.
me your measly channel points. What a punk.
I forgot how long that thing went. Yeah, good to know that the story isn't too long. But hey, I've never listened to the Tony Hawk Pro Skate soundtrack. Hopefully it's a banger. I'm assuming it's a banger. People really like that game. Yo, Nick. Oh, thank you, thank you. We know you know it has to be consecrated with an uwu before I can actually start streaming. Everyone knows that. It can't actually occur without an uwu being played. All right, but I'm curious if Muddy will actually be here tonight because, as some of you know, Muddy wrote a Dr. Pepper X Jimmy me fan fiction for all of our lovely ears to hear and or read with our nostrils. But I don't know if that's there, Muddy. Welcome in, welcome in. So, I guess without speak, yeah, exactly. Speak of the devil. That was crazy. When it's time for another Bible verse, can you find me something sort of violent? You want a violent Bible verse? I can definitely find you a violent Bible verse. There's plenty of those in the Bible. There's one in particular I'm thinking of. I need to remember the actual reference. It's in Second Kings. But this verse has stuck with me for literally years. When I was like 12, I remember reading it, and ever since it's just been in the back of my head because of what it has. So yeah. Second Kings 2:23-25. Elisha and the three bears. That's also a good one. Yeah, that's also a good one. Use this one to scare children. But I'm thinking of a different one. This one involves human sacrifice. We can discuss that though after I read the first meeting of me and Dr. Pepper, according to Muddy. Alrighty, let's get this bread. I'm so excited. Like, I feel so alive with having such a vibrant and alive audience that's willing to. You guys are alive. You guys aren't just robots. Think that's the first. Probably. I know the story you're talking about, so I can find it. But without further ado, let us see what Muddy has cooked up for us. Also, this is going to be very interesting because I'm going to be looking like almost straight down because that's where my monitor is. So it might just look a little weird. First Meeting by Super Mud Inc. This is at wattpad.com. If you're interested in reading it for yourself, it's extracurricular. So you don't need to, but I would suggest it. It's very important to understand the lore of this stream now, apparently, because Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. Jimmy just got done with another night of streaming. Sigh. That was a long stream. I'm so thirsty. Jimmy had heard of a new Dr. Pepper flavor just dropped in the stores, so he had to try it out. ... Chug-a-lug-a-lug. Once Jimmy made it to the store, he saw long of people in it. He pushed and shoved and finally got his hand on the new can of goodness. The can was dark red with a classic Dr. Pepper logo. It said the flavor was boyfriend flavor, Jimmy said in confusion. But he shrugged his shoulders and bought it anyways. Once he made it home with his drink, he sat down on his 99-cent sofa and opens the can. 99-cent sofa? Do you understand how... Wait, or do you mean 99-cent soda? Where do you live that soda is 99 cents? Where do you live? Muddy, what country do you live in that you have such cheap soda, dude? A bottle of Dr. Pepper, if I was to buy one right now, would be like $2.30. He downed the can in one go. It just tasted so good. No, fair. I do tend to down 12 ounces within 2 chugs. No, you meant sofa? You meant soda. You meant sofa. Where the heck did you find a 99-cent sofa? The last sofa I got was free. And I'll show you a video of that sofa later. Jimmy called it a night and went to sleep, happy that he tried the new flavor of Dr. Pepper. Me. Once Jimmy woke up again, he was a red hair. What? He was a red hair? I'm not... Guys, gingers don't have souls. What is this? I'm a redhead now? What is this blasphemy? I better not be a ginger. This is terrible lore. I'm a brunette, and I did take a swing at being a blonde for a while. That was a bad mistake. Red hair, red rabbit. Oh no. No mistake. You meant to... In his bed, OMG, you, oh, redhead, Jimmy screamed. Wait, I screamed that? How the heck are you supposed to scream that effeminate piece of language? You just sound gay. Jimmy screamed and quickly got up. The stranger woke up, formed the yelling, and looked at him. Why are you yelling so loud? The stranger said. Because there's a redhead in my bed, Jimmy said in disgust. Oh, disgust? Because there's a redhead in my bed. Oh, that rhymes. I like that. That rhymed. Jimmy said in disgust. The stranger just giggled, tee-hee, and sat up. Don't you know who and what I am? I'm Dr. Pepper. You summon me by drinking the soda. Jimmy was dumbfounded. What? Dr. Pepper? Summoned? Jimmy said in confusion. Then he remembered the soda cans flavor. Boyfriend flavor. That explains it. It's flavored after the boyfriend. They took the blood of the boyfriend and just canned it. Okay. So they have a default boyfriend somewhere out there that they're just sucking his blood like a vampire to bottle up. So you're telling me I summoned Dr. Pepper by drinking the new soda? The so-called Dr. Pepper himself got up and walked to Jimmy. Yes, that's right. I want to see you in person. I've never seen someone who likes Dr. Pepper as much as you do. Dr. Pepper smiled softly at Jimmy. Jimmy blushed a little. Tee-hee. Maybe redheads aren't that bad. I'll have you know that's not the first time I've had a redhead in my bed. And that is it. Maybe redheads aren't that bad. This is a very weird, creative writing assignment. Can I create one of these? Kat, if you want to write a fanfic, go right for it. I will not stop you. But I will have you know that I will have disgust towards you because, guys, I'm not in love with Dr. Pepper. I just love the flavor. Give me some love for redheads. Hey, don't worry about it, Moose. Don't worry about it. There's nothing to be concerned about. It was a very long time ago. It was platonic as well. Gingers are hit or miss. Especially the fake ones. They're just trying to be soulless. They're trying to create an excuse for them to be horrific monsters upon society. They're basically liberals. Some are cool and some are crackheads. You know what, Moose? That's very apt. I think that's very impressive. That's a very good statement to have towards the redhead. I do agree full-heartedly. Yeah, it's not weird. Dr. Pepper tastes fantastic. And I think I've told the story before, but Dr. Pepper was created to taste like the smell of the guy in Texas's local town fountain that he loves so much. He distilled it into flavor to drink. The guy literally liked the smell of a fountain so much he developed a flavor profile into a soda to be consumed by millions and to help some old people outlive doctors. I'm going to write one about you realizing you're gay. Me realizing I'm gay. Guys, I don't think you guys understand. I'm not gay. I just like men. What did I think about it? Muddy. You're not trying to be an English major, are you? Right? You're gonna write one about me training to beat Baki? Or fight Baki. I'll probably get beaten by him, dude. Baki is a menace. Like, I don't know what they fed the guy, but... Well, actually, I do. They literally juiced him up on sugar water and about 4 cows' worth of food. Like, cows' weight of food. I'm so good at English. No, you're right. You're so good at English. No spoilers. Okay. Wait, no. You know, I think I don't like that, where that's going to go. Just make sure I have the ability to walk through glass. Gotcha. Alright, I'm going to readjust my camera. Give me 1 second. Oh, you just started watching Baki? Baki is good. Baki is a fantastic show. Good fighting anime. It's a little slow at the start, especially considering it's named Baki, but it's a real fun one. Wait, what is Hold up 1 second, Mike. Oh, wait, that's why. Wait, no. Oh, nope, it's just broken. I broke it. What did I really think about it? Guys, I think you know my opinion about me being shipped with an inanimate object or the Dr. Pepper man. I'm not gay, so obviously it needs to be a beautiful, beautiful redheaded woman. Preferably with voluptuous curves, but I can't say too loud because my parents are right outside the door. Actually, my mom might be listening to this right now. If you are, Mom, I like curvy women. Frick. Oh, this is lower than I think I originally had it. Oh, that's fine. Oh, this is a completely different angle than I had the webcam earlier. Now I gotta rearrange my chat. No, did I? Did I? Oh, I did. Frank. You heard only half of Baki is good? Baki's phenomenal, I think, throughout. I think I think people saying it's not. I mean, there's some weird stuff, especially when his dad watches him have sex with his girlfriend. But besides that weird voyeurism, the show's pretty good. So, but you don't you have a while to get to that point. What should happen next? Nothing should happen next. You should leave this fanfic to die with all the other ones you've done. I gotta readjust my camera again. Oh, this is so annoying. I hate it. I hate moving my camera around because I can't determine a good way I want my camera to be. I have I'm very, very anal about it. Stop talking about it, no spoilers. What I said is barely a spoiler. It is very weird to watch animated though. You know. Oh yeah. It's very, very realistic. Jimmy is terrible with spoilers. What do you mean? The show is like a few years old now. If you haven't seen spoilers from it already, I'm surprised because there's quite a few memes about it, about the entire show, not just the dad watching him. I do not want to see Dr. Pepper X Jimmy merch ever. If I do, I will start a riot, and because I am the head of this cult, I will win. Remember that. Duck, you missed the entire you missed it. You missed the entire thing. You missed the entire fanfic. The show. Wait, which show are you? Are you watching the Netflix show or the? You're watching the 1994? Wait, what are you watching? Cult? No. You misheard me. I didn't say that. Wait, are you watching the actual? You're watching Baki the Grappler series. I've only watched the Baki TV show on Netflix because that's how I first found out about Baki. And then there was the sequel that they made, Baki Hanma, which I've watched a few episodes of, but not a lot of it. But this is the most recent stuff. Yeah, I thought we confirmed. I've said it many times before. It just sounds really bad because okay, calling it a cult is really bad. But what else can you say a Twitch streamer with his audience is, if not a cult? That's just my hot take. The Call of Dax, yeah, we'll call it that. It sounds way less bad than just a cult. So maybe the Baki the Grappler series is bad, but Baki and Baki Hanma on Netflix are pretty good in my opinion. I really enjoyed Baki, and I just am not watching anime at the moment. Well, I'm just not watching anime. I'm no longer a weeb, I'm sorry to say. I know some people will be very disappointed in that, but I'm... A grouping of religious people set as a goal, like a cult. This is an army. The Jimmy Armu? Is that why BTS is called BTS Army? Because it sounds way better than being called the BTS cult? Is that why? I thought most people here aren't religious. Yeah, well, you ascribe to religion no matter what. You have a religious belief no matter what. It just depends on if you consider yourself religious, or you consider yourself atheist, or you consider yourself to be of a specific belief. There's plenty of things that influence your beliefs. So everyone has a belief, so therefore everyone theoretically has a religion, but too many people are just ignorant and just don't want to acknowledge that. There's someone who watches anime and who and a weeb. Oh yes, you're definitely right. There is a difference, but I would say I fell into the latter category for about 6 months. A nice book, some crackers and wine. Guess cheese and dip. Cheese and dip. A weeb dresses up and goes too hard on anime. Okay, so I guess if you go with that description, maybe. Like, I've never fallen into the weeb argument of, oh yeah, well, Goku would beat him, or arguing over which anime protagonist is the hottest, has the best name, or is there thereby why they are the coming of the Christ, the Messiah. That is a good point, Bustos. Make sure the next chapter, Muddy, is not muddy and just inky. Don't. Oh, dang it. That's bad. They go hard. Weeps go hard. That doesn't sound good in context or out of context, really. Sometimes... Oh, do you know what I was recently... Speaking of weebs, is... with my new job that I got, I haven't figured out a great way to describe it yet. So for right now, we're just going to label it the new job. But in the new job, all caps, there's one of my coworkers who's not a big anime fan, but he's watched Dragon Ball, Naruto, and he actually just recently started watching the live action One Piece. And he said he finished it. But what he told me that was very interesting was that it's only 8 episodes, but it covers the first 40 episodes of the anime. First 40 episodes. Crap. First 40 episodes of the anime. It's covered. It's crazy to me if you think about it. 8 episodes well, actually, I also don't know how long the episodes are, so I'm assuming they put a little bit more in there, but 8 episodes compared to 40, the time is way better. That's not very leg day of you. Waz, you want to see how I was shoveling rocks earlier? I was doing a deep squat, so maybe that will make you feel better. No, it's normal flavored money. This is just Dr. Pepper. This is normal. This is normal Dr. Pepper. It's not crazy. You're crazy. Does kickflip. Can't do a kickflip, and aren't you also at work? Wouldn't that be really bad? The one time I tried to do a kickflip, I broke my ankle, and I now have metal in my ankle. Yeah, I've got titanium because I tried to do a kickflip off of a porch onto a trampoline. Let's not talk about it. Oh yeah, so I was shoveling rock because we just got more rock for my driveway, and I was doing some of these bad boys. Except my knee wasn't cracking. But I was getting some deep squats in. Shovel. Throw. Shovel. Throw. Shovel. Throw. Shovel. Throw. I read manga and listen to Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtracks while I'm working. I think I can afford a single kickflip. Oh, that makes you the coolest, of course. Logan, get back to bashing your head in on that one video game you were playing, okay? Sus! Where have you been? Dude! Why am I squatting while digging? To get my thighs and knees worked out. Can you be Christian and bald? Yes. Jeremiah, well, he wasn't technically a Christian, but probably a lot of, I know a few people that are bald that are Christian, but I don't think you can be bald and Christian. You need to first be Christian. I wanted to stop him because I'm under the influence. Explains 2 Kings 2:23. Oh boy, this is fun. Second Kings 2:23. You know what's funny? I literally was just listening to all of the Kings today. I spent about 5 hours listening to the Bible this morning. This is Isaiah, not 2 Kings. I said 2 Kings. What is it? College stuff. You're in a marching band? Dude, he's got to have thunder thighs as well. Waz, I think you would like him. You better not be going into flavor. 2:23. Wait, is this the? No, it is what I was thinking about. I think we're all thinking about this. This is the same section. What the? Oh, Muddy, do not start the crazy thing. Okay? Ugh. From there, Elisha went up to Bethel. As he was walking up the path, some small boys came out of the city and harassed him, chanting, "Go up, Baldy! Go up, Baldy!" He turned around, looked at them, and cursed them in the name of the Lord. Then 2 female bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the children. From there, Elisha went to Mount Carmel, and then he returned to Samaria. You have pretty thick calves. Dude, the other day I realized my calves were really defined, and I got freaked out a little bit. That's about all I'm gonna say. Pretty thick calves. Calves are very important. Have you seen runner calves? Like, if I didn't know they ran 40 miles in 30 minutes, I would think their legs are about to snap. They're like vegan legs. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, long distance runners, sprinters, I don't know what it is about running so much, but their legs turn into basically spaghetti noodles. And then it looks like they're about to break. But no, they'll keep them up for about 40 miles. You're going to leave again, Logan? Look, Logan, you should stick around with us instead of being under the influence of whatever drug or alcohol you're in. Have fun with us. Don't bash your head against... You're playing Rocket League. You're going back to play Rocket League. Achilles calves. What? What on earth? Oh, that hurts. Oh, I can't stretch like that anymore. Quadzilla indeed. But yes, Sus. Good to see you back again. Man. So, okay, so Newtonia. Are you a rare mineral? Because that's what your name is making me think of. But Elisha, strictly speaking, was not a Christian, just a prophet. So theoretically, Now, if you do read some of the New Testament, it is shameful for men to have long hair. So that brings into question my whole character, if you can't tell. It's called having a low body weight and low body fat. Well, just because they're running doesn't mean they get away with having skin noodle legs. Someone had me the keys. No, Logan, do not. No, Cat, do not be encouraging him. Okay, so. So, you wanted to. Okay. Oh, shoot, it's actually literally the next chapter. This is. You know what is honestly the most annoying? Wait, it was 2 Kings? Yeah, 2 Kings. Most annoying thing about being a guy that reads the Bible so much, I cannot remember. What was I saying? I cannot remember locations of scriptures. Like my goal is to eventually just memorize it all so I can just recite the entire Bible to you, but not actually know the references. References, that's the word I was looking for. No. Change the title. What would I change it to? Reading a fanfic of me and Dr. Pepper. Learning about I cannot spell sacrifice. Sacrifice. Oh my, can I? There, fixed it. Hope that's fixed. If you like thighs, you're close to being a degen polygamist. Polygamist? You mean polygamist? I hope that's what you're talking about. Oh, I don't doubt that marching band destroys your feet. Walking around for all day destroys my feet, but that's because of my injury that I gave to myself. I know. I saw. Got his higher than the clouds. Mm. No, I got a verse for you guys. Waz, if you're here right now, can't tell. But 2 Kings 3:27 is the verse that I was saying earlier has stuck in my head for years. This has just been stuck in the back of my head for years because this is one of the most violent acts that I heard of when I was a 10-year-old. Since then, I've seen horrific videos on Instagram and YouTube and such, but at the time, this was the most horrifying thing I'd ever seen. Considered. So he took his firstborn son, who was to become king in his place, and offered him as a burnt offering on the city wall. Great wrath was on the Israelites, and they withdrew from him and returned to their land. This verse shows the depravity of the Moabites and just the, casual human sacrifice. That was it. That was it. Do you know how haunting this was to a 10-year-old who had never seen a beheading video before? To Unhigh Logan? Yeah, give me 1 second. Logan, this is why you don't get it higher than a kite. Lit as a fox. Burly as an ape. How much should it be? He burned him alive. Well, it doesn't say he burned him alive, but he burnt him as a sacrifice to the Moabite gods on a city wall. So he started a fire, burned him up. No Russian? No, that will get us on a few different watch lists that I'm trying to stay off of. How much to Unhigh Logan? What? 490, 495? 495? Go in SWAT gear and just leave. Go to fur convention, go in SWAT gear, then just leave because feeling like it. Wait, what was that other Bible verse? You want 2 channel points to Unhigh Logan? You want 2 channel points. Fine. I'm being nice today, probably because of me feeling like it. It was like Icarus. He flew too close to the sun? How? When? You misspelled terrorism. It's supposed to be heroism. Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to think when we still go into a furry convention and do things to things. Make a channel point reward to ban Logan. No, we don't need to go through this again. The guy's gone already. As you can see, he hasn't been in chat in like 5 seconds, so he's probably just passed out on the floor somewhere. I don't know how weed works, but he's going to flap. Dude, he is literally high as a kite right now, so yeah, that makes sense. Guy we brought... Alright, guys, we got a engage the anti-Icarus system. It's just a anti-aircraft machine gun. I don't understand why you don't like Logan. I really do not understand. Aside from his opinion on pizza, I don't understand. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You don't like the Niatoa weird? No, you're weird. I think you're weird. Well, actually, I don't know. Niatoa is just what? Second Kings 9:22. That is a great verse, New Toa? Wait, are you New Toa? Are you a Bionicles fan, dude? Dude, this verse is pretty fun, though. When Joram saw Jehu, he asked, "Do you come in peace, Jehu?" He answered, "What peace can there be as long as there is so much prostitution and witchcraft from your mother Jezebel?" Yeah, Jezebel was a piece of work. One of the top tier moments of the Bible is when she's pushed out of a window and then eaten by dogs. 10 of 10 would recommend. Pog moment indeed. He literally came in here and was like, I'm Jimmy's favorite. You know what? Wait, guys, stop redeeming those for a second. What did I miss? Oh, I just read 2 Kings 9:22. It's pretty funny. Guys, stop unhiding Logan. I have a really funny idea right now. I have a really funny idea. Okay, guys, listen up. Come on, Logan. Pick up. Pick up. Pick up the phone. Hello?
Yo, what?
Hey,
The fuck?
that's perfect. That's all I needed. Alright, guys. You want to hear something really fun? Guys. Oh, this is going to be great. Okay. So. Frank, what is it called? Guys. Hold up 1 second. Wait, are you... Oh, no. Diamond's working on the Wattpad story. Okay. What sound? What is... Oh, I'm blanking on it now. What the heck? What is it what is the website that allows you to upload custom sounds as channel point rewards? I don't know. I don't have a hot tub, so that'd be very difficult for me to do one. I could do a bathtub stream, I guess. Exactly. I don't have access to a hot tub. I could do a bathtub stream. Oh, what is it called? Do I not have it pinned up here? Does Triggerfire work? Will Triggerfire work? Hopefully Triggerfire will work. I'm not too confident though because this one has given me problems in the past. Do ice bath stream. Okay, so if we're talking about a Okay, so guys, what I'm thinking of doing is where is it? Right here. Come on. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's all I needed. All right, guys. Oh, it's laggy.
Yo, what?
Hey,
The fuck? Yo, what?
there's a way where I can edit this, right? Can I edit in Media Player, chat? Is that something that's... Oh, edit with Clipchamp. Let's do that. Will I leak any sensitive information? What the? I need to... why do I need to be signed in? I don't want to be signed in. Alright, guys, I'm booting up DaVinci Resolve. Okay, so... Guys, I have an idea. That voice clip of Logan that I just picked up of him picking up the phone, I can link that to the Unhigh Logan channel point reward. So every time you redeem it, we get graced with Logan's raspy high voice. Guys, destroy my enemies, and my life is yours. What? Exactly. No, it's a perfect plan. Is it not? You don't want to hear Logan's voice? Well, then you guys wanted this reward, so if you just don't want to ever hear his voice, that's fine with me, I guess, but I think this is funny. I'm assuming he had makes me want to punch my... Dang! What did Logan do to deserve such vitriol? Points in chat if you understand what vitriol means. Come on, Logan. Pick up. Hello?
Yo. Yo, what?
Hey,
The fuck?
can't... Isn't there a way where I can just... Oh, yeah. Render audio. Export audio. Yeah. No, this isn't it. What
3, 2,
Shut up, Jimmy.
1.
What the? Why do I have an aluminum... Get Logan to say ooh-woo? You want a different voice line? Fine, I'll call him back. Yo, what up? You're on stream?
Okay. Hi.
Alright, so I just need you real quick to say something quirky. Like, ooh-woo or God of Pineapple 2025. So I can use it as a voice clip for a channel point reward.
So you want me to be your test subject?
Test subject? No. Guinea pig.
Guinea pig.
Or if you prefer, guinea hamster.
Guinea hamster.
Whichever you really prefer.
But what if I never say anything quirky? What if I just hold you hostage on your own Discord?
Oh. So Eventually,
Pick that part, did you?
if we're playing a war of attrition, then you will eventually lose because I have more stamina because I am not high.
Dude, I might just fall asleep.
Yeah, and then I win. You were too weak-willed to.
This is embarrassing though. Like you're making my high thoughts into a voice clip on Twitch. It's kind of fucked up, man. You're abusing your power.
I'm abusing my power. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You know what? You're right. I am a dictator, and I am gladly called a tyrant because that is what I am. This is my Twitch stream.
You're funny, bro. You're funny.
This is not a republic or a democracy. This is a dictatorship.
Like I don't want you to hang up, so I don't want to.
You don't want me to.
I'm enjoying this.
Hold up 1 second. Chat, he's.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, I called you back on my computer because I was using my phone, but.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now
Yeah.
chat is calling for you to overthrow me, and they're spamming Merca Raw in chat.
What do they want to do?
They want you to overthrow me and become the new Jimmy Unchanged.
I don't want to be Jimmy Unchanged. I want to be me.
Okay, so you do have the ability to rename the Twitch channel, so
Okay, we're going to not Logan 02.
Okay, so that might be a little difficult because there's already a Twitch channel named that. But I'm sure we can figure something out.
It's mine.
Well, we can figure that out. I'm fine with changing my name because obviously I've done it before because of Somalia, but we don't need to retread old water. It's under the bridge now. Oh, Chad is suggesting Logan Unchanged. Are you opposed to that?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, I'm opposed to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another one
Jimmy
is...
Unchanged sounds way better than Logan Unchanged.
You know what? Thank you. You're right. That it does sound better. Maybe I'm a little biased. Maybe
Your
you're.
name's not Jimmy, so it totally goes down the drain.
What are you talking about? My name has always been Jimmy, except for that one time where I had to change it because of Somalia. But
Do you
we don't
look like a Jimmy? Shut the fuck up. Oh, sorry, no cursing on your stream. My bad.
I look like a Jimmy? Excuse me.
You don't look.
Oh.
You don't look like a Jimmy.
Oh, sorry. Your high speech is. You sound like a little elf boy
No,
that.
No. I'll change the voice up. Okay. No. No, shut up. Oh, fuck.
Great. Now Chad is suggesting that moose, duck, and cat become the head of the stream. Perfect government. We will
That'd be
worship
no fun.
aquabats. Logan, we can at least
That'd be
agree that that's a
What?
bad idea, right?
What's a bad idea?
To worship aquabats and to give my stream over to 3 children.
Honestly. Yeah, no, that's just a bad idea.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Jimmy, get him to say ooh-woo.
No, fuck you.
I don't know how I can exactly get him to say that without him knowing I want him to say that.
I'm just not gonna say it ever. It'll never come out of my mouth.
Unless what if I get some audio software and I take every single word you've ever said and I just use the enunciation.
You're gonna AI voice me?
No. I wouldn't be AI voicing you. I just mean making you say something that you didn't say with words that you did actually say. Oh, okay. Now they're suggesting the chat enslaves me and you. So I think we just gotta jump ship real quick. What do you think? Should we go to Malaysia? I can get a new identity within 5 days at least. Can you?
I can't say that on Twitch. I'll just disappear for a very long time.
Okay, that's a very good reply. You're right. We don't want the CIA knowing about us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear so there's a theory that the CIA doesn't actually exist, and they're just the agency that the American government uses as a scapegoat for all the other mess ups that every other government agency does.
I think you're online too much.
What are you talking about? It was just one YouTube comment on a video talking about the 5 worst mistakes that the CIA ever did, or the 5 failures, but still. Did you know they were successfully able to turn a cat into a microphone?
It's fucked up, man.
No, it is. And then it got hit by a car on its first mission. The thing was crossing the road and pow! Meow! Splat.
Yo, no, bro, you can't do that shit.
What do you mean? The cat.
You can't.
It's been like 60 years. Okay, it's maybe been only about 40 years since the cat was killed in action, but still.
Hey, respect your elders.
Dude, why am I bad at spoilers? I'm not spoiling the fact that the CIA has cat microphones and cat radios. It's old news. It got released to the public in 2002.
Hey, I have a personal. I'm gonna leave after this, but this is me to Moose. Okay.
Okay. Moose, listen up. Yeah, he hung up the call. He just doesn't want to hang out with us anymore. I'm a little sad, but at the same time, I can understand. I'm a little hurt though. All right, so, dang, I think I'm having highest viewership this stream somehow. I don't know how. Talking about a fan fiction with me and Dr. Pepper, moving into weird biblical verses, and then talking about how the CIA has microphone cats. Did you know that in 1992, the U.S. government was involved in an operation where they tried to figure out a way to genetically engineer waffles to actually gain sentience? And not the sort of fake sentience, real sentience, like they would grow legs and walk. Like we all know pancakes have the ability to communicate via microphones and microwaves. But waffles are a little bit more difficult because of the different geometric patterns of them. So they've been trying to do that ever since 1992, but they've been kind of unsuccessful, which is unfortunate because I think it would be very important and very nice if we had that ability. No. I'm not losing it. You're gaining it. I'm just imparting my knowledge to you. You know what I think it is? I think that title for the stream is probably not that inviting. If I hear Rubber Room and Rats one more time, I'm banning everyone in chat and I'm blowing up my PC. Did this room perchance house rats? No, just mice. Where did I put the cap? Oh, there's the cap. Okay. We're gonna get flagged. No. I'm gonna get flagged, and you're just gonna be flagged for co-conspirators. But it'll be fine. You'll make it through. You'll learn to bounce back somehow. Let's see. What else do we want to do tonight, chat? It's almost 10 o'clock. Do you want to see me try to beat Radagon, and then hopefully beat the Elden Beast, or do we want to keep shooting hoop and taking crack? I mean, cracking shots and taking hoop. None of that really sounds good in any sort of context, now that I think about it. But, you live, you learn, you die, you lose. It's the truth of life. Kat, what did you DM me? Oh, you just keep... Look in Discord. Wait, is this what... Look in the Discord? I don't see anything in the Discord. Or your message. Yes, I do not wish to go crazy. I'm good. I'm good. Let's watch some Steezus videos. You mean Jesus videos? I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. But yeah, the new COD's coming out. Looks kind of meh. Like, I haven't played COD since Call of Duty Cold War, and I think that is the last Call of Duty I'll play. Well, no, that's not true. I might play some of the old Call of Duties eventually, but I don't own any of them, so I don't think I am. No, Steezus. Who the heck is Steezus? Skate 3 Steezus, Christ shredding for our sins, listening to Even Flow. Steezus versus Beezle. What is this? Also, chat, this is my now streamly reminder that I am, in fact, needing a new PC, and any subs or primes or any money, I'm begging. No. What is that plaque that's above your desk? What plaque? Above my desk or above my bed? Oh, this plaque. Yeah, no, you're right. We're all subbed. I think the only one in chat that isn't subbed at the moment is Waz, I think. Oh, wait, no, Duck. Waz, I can understand. He's poor like me. Duck, you're a multimillionaire. But, Waz, that plaque is... That plaque has my full legal name on it. I just noticed that. What, you just cheer bits, you don't actually say anything? Fair enough. What up? Thanks for the, 30 cents. I don't think you can actually read it. I don't think you can read it. I would gift, but the limit is 100. They give 99. Jimmy Michael Lord Jr. Yeah, that's my name. You're right. But to actually answer your question was that plaque is of the different ranks and achievements I achieved when I was in Cub Scouts. I joined when I was a bear, and I made it up through Weeblos, which is now considered an Arrow of Lighter. I then went on to be a Boy Scout, and I don't have a plaque of my Eagle Scout stuff, but I did get Eagle Scout, so I've been a lifelong Scouter. Get a better camera so I can see the plaque? No. Did someone clip it? Did someone clip it, though? That would be funny. That'd be really great if someone clipped it. Cub Scouts? We had Beaver Scouts in Canada. Interesting. What? No one clipped it. You guys are terrible fans. Except Waz. Waz, you're amazing. But that's because I don't know you that well. Like, you're the newest member of the Jimmy Unchanged fandom, so you get a grace period. It's the first 90 days or so, and then after that I can just crap on you all I want. Join Man Scouts. Well, they don't make Man Scouts because by the time you're 18, you're aged out of Boy Scouts. And I don't need a better camera. You just need better eyes. Because no, I should really think about moving that, though, because that does have my full name. Then I've probably flashed it. I'm giving my Prime to someone else. Moose, if you go back to giving your Prime to the Botez sisters, I will be banning you. I don't want you to be giving your Prime to chess streamers that are women. Give it to a former chess streamer that's a man. I'm old. I send personal news to Jimmy pretty regularly, so it might actually be his biggest. By the Waz, are there more pictures in our DMs that I haven't seen yet that you just sent me? And what do you mean I'm old? Well, I am old compared to you, but Waz is even older than me. So, if anything, that makes me old and Waz ancient. Well, Waz, now, were you a Boy Scout, Cub Scout? Or, well, were you a Boy Scout in Canada? Ask and you shall receive. Show DMs on stream? I actually don't think I can. I don't think that would end well for me. Don't get tempted by the maple syrup. Please say Waz is kidding. He sent me a picture of his tattoo, and there's something. I'll just say that. You'll understand once you get older, or if I ever feel like getting banned and leaking DMs. Are you gonna let chat call you a fossil like that, Waz? Though that's rude of Moose. Moose is literally a small child. You could easily beat him up. That's wonderful. It's fantastic. You know, I'm making connections with other streamers. You know, I have Brandon. I have Waz. That's it. But those are more connections. Where was this tattoo located? I think you've said it in a stream, so I think it's okay for me to pass it on to you, but Waz has a massive back tattoo that goes all the way down to his buttock. So I don't know why he chose to have it go down to his crack, but he did. So I am now forever I have this image in my head of a younger Waz with some connections are meant to be cut, Sun Tzu. Guys, no. I can't cut the connections that to Brandon. The guy has now met both Vladimir Putin and who else has he met? What was the other guy? Come on. Oh yeah, Captain Price. The guy has met both Captain Price and Vladimir Putin. I can't be cutting ties with him. And Waz is a very fun guy to watch on stream. He also gets like triple my viewership, so why would I want to get rid of him? Sorry, I had to go and sell some loser a shaker cup. Just shake it in a tin. Do it like the Cowboys. Feel free to show off the back tat. You want me to? I'm gonna check it because I don't know if will be fine with. Well, I'm sure I'll be fine. It's not like we were sharing spicy DMs or anything. I'm not logged in. I hate Instagram. Instagram is a terrible website. I wish it would burn up just like my fossils. Fuels. Cheeks. The toxic gossip train. Save info. Second, let me pause that. It's fantastic. Steezus. Wait, why are we talking about Francesca the pedophile again? You don't mind? Okay. Alright. So. No! My. Alright, so. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, guys. Get ready. You're about to see a full grown man bear. Boom. It's a little small. So you're gonna have to if you're on your phone, you're gonna have to hold it up to your face like this, but you'll be fine. My last name is literally my Twitch handle. That's true. So you're kind of like the military where they just call you by your last name. That'd be really weird if my name was actually Unchanged and that was my last name. Unchanged, get over here! Yes, sir. Go change. No, sir, I can't. What do you mean? That's my last name. I can't unchange it. Haha. Okay, but dude, this guy has a really dope back tat. It was funny. Waz was when Waz texted me this to me, he sent this as the finished full piece on his back, and I was like a little confused by the second picture as the complete piece. I was so confused because I was like, it's a complete piece, but then the picture of the tattoo on him doesn't have the completed stuff, and it took me like 30 seconds to understand what he was saying, and I was like, do I just not understand how to read English sometimes? But yeah, so this is the piece that he's got. Wonder what it's gonna look like when Waz is all old and wrinkly. Well, he's probably gonna die young. Not as young as me though. I'm pretty confident I'm dead before 30. But no, it's a pretty sick tattoo. I liked how he described it as hot chick, a Ouija board, and flowers. Like, it's very much just what it is, but it's very, very, very dope. Sounds like a threat. No, I would never threat. I'm 28. That's yeah, exactly. He's basically dead already. He's probably gonna be dead within 2 weeks. Well, I hope not, because that would mean I wouldn't have something to watch while I'm editing YouTube videos or just messing around on my computer. I would not suggest ever asking for pictures of your people on stream. Terrible, terrible thing to do. And I also just don't like Aiden Ross. So I was just promised a Dr. Pepper. You guys are making me and my Dr. Pepper. You know, also I just realized I have 2 cases of Dr. Pepper behind me on my other desk. So that doesn't make me look any better. But you know, it could be worse. Just make sure I'm cremated and send my ashes up into space. That's my only wish. Wouldn't that be really expensive? I mean, I could, I guess, like if I still know you when you're dead in a few weeks, I could go to Canada. I think I can get to Canada without having to get a passport. Cremate you in the backwoods, take the ashes, and then attach it to the back of a SpaceX rocket. Like I'll drive down to Texas where it's at, and then just throw them on a SpaceX rocket. I'm sure that'll be fine. Cats?
I think they're still outside.
Okay. Thank you. Good night. That was my dad. Use my Twitch and OnlyFans money to fund it. Okay, no, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Waz keeps telling me that he's going to start on OnlyFans, and I'm so confused if he actually has or not, and I'm just not going to go check OnlyFans. He's just going to send me an image of, like, the check from OnlyFans one day and be like, dude, I made it. And then I'm like, nice. Jimmy's going to die on the way to Canada. Nah, I'll make it to Canada. I've done it before. I just might not survive long enough up there. It's very cold, I think. Actually, I'm not quite sure. You're on the West Coast, so I don't know if it's any colder over there or not. I think you're up. It's exactly as I said. I'm not going to check OnlyFans to see if he actually has an OnlyFans. I don't know if Waz is joking or not about having an OnlyFans or starting an OnlyFans. And I think I've talked about this. I'm not going to do the OnlyFans idea I had. I had an idea of making a Bible. For anyone that is new listening, I had an idea for making a OnlyFans account and having the videos just be me reading Bible verses about sexual purity and the correct way to go about living in that sense, according to the Bible. And then I was like, that just seems like a stupid idea. Like, if people do end up knowing me, they're going to know what that is. Like, I guess some people will sign up for it because they think it's funny, but that's only if I'm really big. A lot of people aren't just going to instinctively be like, oh, what's this Jimmy Unchanged guy? Oh, I really want to buy his OnlyFans to see what he has to spread on the internet. The more mysterious I am, the more alluring I become. Well, that's definitely true. I'm very curious if you actually have an OnlyFans. But I am going to restrain myself because I know OnlyFans money is just money. I prefer to have the actual tangible ability to have a father. Duck, do not go on OnlyFans. No. I see Bible study next to 2 guys, 1 midget, and a donkey. Like, come on. What the frick? Cred local streamer. It looks at fans, his OnlyFans. Only my fans, my true fans, will want to see my content, which I think it realistically would be the people in this stream right now. Like, realistically, if I get big enough, the only people that are going to pay for any sort of premiums are going to be you guys. And maybe the one rich oil tycoon that comes into every Twitch stream. Like, every Twitch community has at least one rich oil tycoon that is willing to blow hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for subs or channel donations or TTS messages. I do remember when Botez did that. I had my idea first before she did her idea, but mine's way more uplifting and spiritually driven. Hers was just a troll. I have 999 channel points. No, and you're getting that confused with 666. Bro, I ain't paying nothing. Oh, yeah, that's fair. I mean, Duck hasn't paid for anything either because the guy's a money fraud. Stringent bean. Guy does not want to part with his money like what was his first name? Scrooge. Scrooge McDuck. I'm gonna call him Scrooge McDuck because I cannot say his actual name, which is Ebenezer Scrooge. 999 is just the more Gucci 666. That explains it. Nah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But I will have you know, I have more channel points in your chat than you do in mine, so I think I'm the bigger fan of you than you are of me. I am funding the channel, Jimmy, 1 month at a time. Thank you, Bustillos. You are a true fan and a true patriot. You are a true American patriot. Duck has committed tax fraud. I don't think he has a job, but he has, and I know. You have a Scrooge McDuck tattoo on your leg. Send pic. Dude, the IRS is so annoying. Like, I don't know how Canada does their taxes, but at least you guys... Actually, I don't know if you have a better tax system or not. I don't believe in socialist countries, so I don't think you guys do. Oh, I'm still recording. Crap! I didn't mean to be recording all of this. Oh, well. Well, this is fun. Alright, good night, Moose. Well, guys, I somehow went from having... Check your DMs. Alright, let's do it. And no, I'm not soliciting images from Waz. He sent that voluntarily. I did not ask him to send a picture of his Scrooge McDuck. Close enough. Yeah, that's close enough to Scrooge McDuck, I think. He's high Scrooge McDuck. That or he's been hitting so many cigars. Jimmy, the U.S. is a socialist republic? You mean a... What? Socialist republic? We are turning into a socialist republic, yes. I wouldn't say we are a socialist republic right now. I guess it depends how much you consider the... when you consider the welfare that the government has been giving out for... people is getting into that socialist niche. But yeah, there's the argument. Guys, I scrolled down one page and this is the best thing I've ever seen on the internet. Zoom sucks. We start having editorial meetings and Red Dead Redemption instead. It's nice to sit at the campfire and discuss projects with the wolves howling out in the night. Sometimes the game forgets that the camp exists and suddenly you're just in the dark woods with the wolves, but that's kind of invigorating. These people hated Zoom so much, they were like, alright everyone, Red Dead Online, now. We're gonna have a 20-minute pep talk brainstorm sesh, let's go. That's gotta be fantastic. Jimmy asked fans for photos of their legs, not clickbait. That's not gonna get views though, because nobody knows who Jimmy is, and Red Dead fight clubs are the best. Yeah. I haven't felt pain in my wisdom teeth. I thought you got your wisdom teeth removed. I thought you had them removed. I'm confused. Did you not have them removed? Jimmy, Mr. Beast. You're right. I'll just clickbait. I'll do one of those horrific amalgamations of a human face on my face for the thumbnail. No, that's right. I looked it up. U.S. economy is mixed. Yeah, it's definitely mixed because there is government control, but I don't know how much of it is socialist republic at this point. It's been a while since I've more recently researched the Nordic model of economy than the American economic model because of that video of someone calling me a Hassan lookalike. You got all four. Oh, you're having nerve pain. Be careful. Don't get dry sockets. That, from what I've heard, that sucks. Oh, and also, have your cheeks turned yellow? That happened to my one buddy who got his wisdom teeth removed. His cheeks turned yellow. I don't know why that happens. You're waiting for AOC to do something idiotic again. Again? Isn't she getting sued right now? Jimmy the Mr. Beast live caught on 4K camera 4K asking fans for leg pits, not clickbait. I have not looked into a mirror. Do that and let me know. Moose, I thought you were going to I thought you were going to bed, Moose. I just realized you came back. Oh, you don't hate us. Have your cheeks turned yellow? That is a genuine question when it comes to getting your wisdom teeth removed because I know it's an actual thing that can occur depending on things. I'm not quite sure what things, but it's things. I got distracted. Yeah, I can see you looked up what type of economy America has, and then you came back to tell us. No, very informative. All right, good night, Moose. Does state consulate open and I can't close it all the way? Ooh, that is annoying. Dude, I was very lucky. The same day I got my wisdom teeth removed, I was able to take off anything and I didn't look anything for the worse. I was all back to normal within, I think, 4 days, maybe 3 days, something like that. It was phenomenal. Yeah, I thought I saw something about there's a pending lawsuit against her. I'm not 100% certain on it. Okay. What is it? It's 10:16. You know, guys, I do play video games. You look constantly mad and annoyed. Dude, welcome to my club. Everyone tells me I look like I'm about to scream at someone because I'm annoyed. Anytime I raise my voice, people say I sound angry. She's a very interesting socialist. And by interesting socialist, she's just a socialist that's only possible because of America. Just like Hassan. Very interesting. No, I have not beaten the Elden Beast, so I think I need to go beat the Elden Beast. Let's go beat the Elden Beast, hopefully. Should I open up another Dr. Pepper? I'm going to do a poll. You let me know what you guys think. Should I or should I not? One yes so far, so that means I'm drinking another Dr. Pepper. And looks like that's it. All right, perfect. One person. That's not majority, so... Oh, yeah, that's right. Vladimir Putin. Oh, I need to open up... What the... No, wrong thing. Okay, there it is. Hmm? Yeah, I did see your message in the Discord about the new game plus. I will probably not be doing a new game. Well, why did you originally want to just do a new run entirely? Like, I don't think there's that much of a reason to not do just a new game plus because you still kind of get the same experience, right? Hello? There's my controller. You don't know. Fair enough. You forgot about New Game Plus. Yeah, that's fair. New Game Plus is a weird thing, though, because some games I don't understand the reason to have a New Game Plus. And then other games I completely understand why you'd want to have a New Game Plus. Like, this game is a game where I'd be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense for a New Game Plus. Okay, interesting. Uh-oh. Dang it. Fire grease on Radagon? Fire grease? Isn't that the same sort of effect as Black Flame, though? Or is it not? Hold the hair along to let me go run and connect my Xbox? Oh, are you going to try to be... Oh, you're trying to challenge. All right. No, I will not. I'm cheap. I'm cheap like that. No, I'm just going to... Invigorating Cure Meat. Oh, I have so many different things I've never used. I've never used any of these. Fire grease. I only have 10 of it? I guess fire grease is better though because it doesn't use up magic. Oh, max you can hold is 10. Oh. Well, that explains it. I was like, there's no way I've only... So I probably have a bunch more in my chest. Yeah. Yeah, so America is... interesting. Okay, what are the chances that America is a boss in the DLC? Also, I'm curious if the DLC, when it comes out, if it's going to introduce another ending to the game. She died, how could she? Well, because canonically the DLC takes place before the ending of the game, you could maybe fight a shadow of her. I don't know the lore exactly, but there are some blonde-haired people that you see in the promotional material, so it's making people think it's Mirka that you can run into and talk to. Oh, you can apply it without... Okay, never mind. That was bad. Man, crap, I forgot to... Wait, the fire grease came back. What's even the point? I don't know. I don't know exactly what it does, and I don't know the... Dang it. Oh, it's like for PvP stuff? I wonder if Waz has ever used that. Oh, I'm... How long does fire grease last? Gosh dang it. Good job, now kill it. I think I missed that memo. I think I missed that memo. I did not in fact kill him. I'm sorry. The good news is I probably have a lot of fire grease. And it lasts so much longer than Black Flame. You just opened the... yeah. Now I'm gonna kill it. Or kill it this time. Yeah, you're right. Should work this time. Never faced a boss I couldn't beat. Just took me a long time. So I now have to beat Malenia because I will... Oh, frick. Oopsies. Uh-oh. What happened to my health there? I could have sworn I had way more health. No, that's why I'm saying I have to beat Malenia. Mikulio, Blade of Wonders, will die by my blade. At some point. I will beat her. If Duck can beat her, I can beat her. Because obviously I'm a vastly superior gamer, even though I've been playing this game longer, and I was helping Coach Duck at the beginning of when he was beginning to play. First attempt, you're right. First attempt. This is first attempt. Oh, interesting. Now I only have 9. What the? If she didn't have AIDS, she would be better. Why does it keep saying I have Xbox game points? Duck, I know what you're thinking. I'm in your head. Oops. Oh well. They're my Xbox game points. You can't have them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What the? I cannot dodge these attacks. I can't. I gotta keep dying to him to learn the timing for each and every attack. What's ironic is he has the exact type of weapon setup I had when I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Tried to get rid of the blood failed. What now? Trying to get rid of blood? Bloodletting is not a good idea. He still is. Where are you supposed to look at? Well, you're supposed to close your eyes and press skip because you are a good... Gosh dang it. And you know that she's going to be naked. Oh, you're trying to get rivers of blood. Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. I forgot it exploded. I always forget it explodes. Well, I missed him grabbing me. I think that was the attack that grabs you. I'm still... what the? I was still alive with like 2 hit points there. Oh, when you... Oh. Her wings. Look at her wings. Morgott? He could be in the DLC. I'm not quite sure. I honestly don't know. Generally, how FromSoft DLCs work, though, is they introduce characters that are known, but not, or maybe they're known, or maybe they are explicitly not in the main game. So it's a fully new experience, or fully new characters. I'm not 100% certain, though. I can't say, but I feel like other games have a precedent for DLC, new characters that may be known, but weren't actually in the main game, or the original game. Oh, summon. That didn't stagger. Oh, I'm dead, I think. I'm not somehow. Oh, I did die. Never mind. I thought it was 3 lion's claws, or 3 giants hunt staggered him. Oh no, I know what it was. I didn't have the faith points to do 3 of them, or 4 of them, because I missed one. Right? Or do I just not have enough magic to hit all 3? That might be. I think my favorite villain in this game is... I don't know. I don't know which one I forgot to do the fire grease again. Crap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. God! That was doing so well, too. Well, Godric is the first main boss, so... there isn't too much to him, I guess. And, like, his lore is still there, but he just doesn't have that much shine in the story because, you know... I mean, you could say the same thing for Godfrey. Oh yeah, there are definitely more memorable moments. But in the same sense, most of the demigod bosses have things like that. Godfrey kills his best friend Lion, bathes in his blood. Godric cuts off his arm and molds it to a dragon head. Fire Giant breaks his leg. Rykard pulls a sword out of his snake mouth. Morgott doesn't... Well, Morgott gets his sword, I guess. His cane turns into a sword. Radagon, I guess, doesn't really have anything too interesting, but... Oh, that didn't get a stagger? What? And then he starts to teleport, which is always the best when a boss does that. Oh, there is this dagger. I don't. Malekith stabs his arm. Malenia died mid-fight. Morgott died really easily to me, so I can't remember that much about his boss fight. No, you lost an Elden Ring. I'm so sorry. Wait, do I not have more fire grease? Do I actually not have more fire grease? Oh, that's interesting. You gain some health back. I can't reliably get the stagger, though. I shouldn't be. I just showered earlier today. If anything, I should be on fire right now. Ow. I hate this game. No, I'm dead. Wait, I can't fall off the edge of the map? Chess stream when? Spooky, you've missed most of the stream, dude. Where have you been? Busy? Stupid life things. Starfield mid. Wait, did you play Starfield? And I will be playing Starfield. I don't know if... dude, I don't know about chess. I just don't. I don't like making... Well, I've hit a new revelation is most of the stuff I do for stream, I don't want it to make into YouTube videos. Like, every once in a while, certain things I'll make into a YouTube video. But very few things. Like, I want to actually make YouTube videos to make YouTube videos. So it's like, oh great, now I gotta further divide my time between stream and whatnot. You have 20 hours on it? Spooky blumpies? Is that what they're called? That's why I did not realize. I've been misspelling it this entire time. Can I get artist rare? Oh, the badge. Speaking of your thumbnails, Cat, we gotta talk. What was I doing? But yes, later today or tomorrow, I can give you the artist badge. Actually, I'm gonna take it away from Duck. No, I'll DM you later about it. missed. Crap. How do I never get a stagger? I can never figure out how to stagger. What about Moose? I made way more than him. And Bustillo saying, I thought we were friends. Moose? Does Moose have the artist badge? Moose, for a while, made... No, didn't Moose made more thumbnails than you? Duck? Sounds like a Logan thing. What, to betray your friend? Dang. Yeah, Moose made more thumbnails than Duck. Though Moose now obviously isn't making any. No, you didn't. He started earlier, but he also made more than you. Oh, I forgot to put the fire grease in. Well, I'm almost out, so... Like only have... Ow! Mamma mia! That hurte. What the? Ay, caramba. Y'all can have my artist badge. I don't want it. Spooky, I don't think you have an artist badge. In my stream. But also, I can only have like 5 of them, so I gotta be careful who I give them out to. But why me, though? Because you don't do thumbnails for me anymore. Neither does Moose. Bustillos is the only one that's still doing them. Did you not see the message I sent about thumbnails? Oh, you made it yourself? Ow. I think I'm insane. That's what it is. Like, a few weeks ago, I pinged everyone in the Discord and everything. You never responded, so I was like, okay. Guess Duck doesn't want to do thumbnails. Which, I mean, it's fair if you don't want to do them. I have an hour-and-a-half bus ride to school and another hour-and-a-half bus ride back from school. That's plenty of time to think about him now. Give me or you're going crazy. I'll give it to you. I will. Yes, got the stagger. Uh-oh, crap. Messed up. Okay, got the heal off in time. No! Did not get the timing off on that one. No! 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 He was one hit. He was one hit. I was playing so well too. I was dodging every attack. Okay, guys. Let's do this. Okay. My throat hurts though. I need some water. I need some water. You were busy talking to models, mills, and goth baddies. Well, all you missed was I nearly got Radagon. He was down to 1 HP. You could literally not see any red on his health bar, and then he died from his AoE pulse attack. Holy attack. But no, you're good. You're good, dude. I understand you're at work. You got stuff to going on. And I don't know, Waz, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not really much of a chatter. Like, in myself in your stream, I kind of just am there because I enjoy it. It's entertainment. Chatting is... Ah, gotcha. But, like, I'm kind of in that weird position of I'll chat, but I won't chat too much because A, I'm slow at typing, and B, I'm way better at talking with my mouth. So I'm a little weird like that. Okay. Oh, where's my health? Where's my health? No! Okay, do not know the timing for that attack. I do not know that attack either. Yeah, exactly. I'm your ad revenue. Though, I am sub, so I don't get ads. But yeah. No. You're in the same. Look, Spooky. You just gotta let go, man. The femboy isn't for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have to be the one to tell you, but it's just not gonna work out. Waz, on the other hand, I think he's got it in the bag. Alright, see you. Don't crash. Or if you walk home, don't get hit by a bicycle. Those things hurt. Yeah, that's what I don't want to think about that you guys are doing. Okay, that's not good. Wait, he gets health back? Okay, he's dead. I forgot he had a very slow death animation. Oh, I really like the change in music. So calming, if you can, if you think about it. This was the run that died. It died heavily. Have you seen the... Yes, I have seen the WTF Richard Vine. I am old enough to remember Vine. I watched Vine. Considering... Are you calling this my WTF Richard moment? Except I'm Richard and you're Jimmy, so I don't know. Yeah. It's not a perfect parallel, but I get where you're coming from. No. It's very similar. Alright, well now I don't have fire grease. But it's fine. Not what I meant to activate. Yeah, that's on me. I'm trying. Punch him in the nuts? I don't think he has nuts anymore. I think they rotted off with the rest of half of his body. That's fantastic. Fire giants down. That's fantastic. Did I say duck? I meant cat. Wait, did I say cat? Or did I say Bustillus? What did I say just now? Does anyone remember? Do I remember? What did I say? Punch her chest? It's sexual assault if I punch him in the nuts too. Ever think about that? No, I bet you didn't. Common soy jack L. Uh-oh. Oh, great. He's teleporting now. I'm dead. Oh, it's just bros being bros. Did I ever tell you guys about how my brother went through a massive phase of just punching everyone in the nuts? And he would get me and my friends to play games where we would take Nerf guns and just shoot ourselves balls. It's a really interesting period. Because we would just be chilling in a circle, grab the nearest Nerf blaster, point it at our groin, and let it loose. The amount of pain and agony, the amount of seeing heaven for split seconds that happened, was crazy. My fried took a blowtorch to his pubes. No, that's fair. Yeah, it's it's nut boxing. I forgot it. I always forget it explodes. Okay. I should have seen that coming. I'm not dead because he aimed for Tish. Nice. Yes, got it. Oh my goodness. Get away, get away, get away. Don't touch me. I'm a minor. Okay, well. Okay, we got him. I only have 5 flasks left, though, so hopefully I can do this. No, the masochist was my brother. I did it only a few times. He really likes to punch me in the balls still, though. It's a little odd. Oh, of course, he has to look very beautiful while he sends down death rays. Oh, that did most of my health. Where is he? Oh, no. What is that? No. jump. Guys, I think we discussed this already. I can't jump in this game. I'm so used to dodging and rolling for everything. The half circles. Some stuff happened. Oh, you're good, Diamond. I thought you were writing the fanfic. If he can't roll them, he can't jump them either. Spooky, you really always bring me back down to earth in the fact that I have terrible reflexes. It's, sometimes nice, and then other times I'm like, wow, it must be pain to watch me. You guys must be masochists to keep watching me. And then get a robot. No, then I can't play the game. I don't want to have a robot play the game. I want to play the game. Though at this point, I basically am just a robot. It's okay. It's your first From game. Yeah. Let's ignore the fact that I played Dark Souls 3. A little. I gave up after getting to the first main boss. I beat Grundy. But then the first weird night fat mole boss, I did not beat him. You did not play Dark Souls 3. I did play Dark Souls 3. Just got teleported to a different world. Hey, welcome back. You got isekai'd and then reverse isekai'd. That's impressive. Stop panic rolling and only dodge when the attack is coming. That's fair. No, you're right. That's what I have to do, and I'm just terrible at it. His name is Vord, and he's a dog. He's a very good boy. Well, that dog hated me, and I hated him. So I think it was a mutual thing. Very good boy. Do you even know who you're talking about, Doc? Have you played Dark Souls 3? It is gonna Sekiro. I don't think I'm gonna make it to Sekiro. I want to play Dark Souls 2 next, and depending on how that goes, I'll probably play Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1. But I also really want to play Bloodborne because I have a PlayStation, and I'm like that. I missed it. That's annoying. I could beat it faster than you, I bet. Oh. Sekiro is your favorite. I remember you saying that before. Dark Souls 2's cancer. Well, I want to play it. I'll play Dark Souls 3 after I finished 2, and you hate 2? Dang, do people just really not like Dark Souls 2? Is it that bad? Or is it just that different? Do we know this is true? I think it is, but I think we need to put some stakes on the line. Timmy, you should try playing it. Sekiro, I'll try playing it eventually. I know Brandon, who knows what, really likes Sekiro. He beat Sekiro recently, actually. Dang it. I don't like the parrying, and I don't like a bunch of stuff they changed. I don't know exactly what they changed. I just know that adaptability you need to have in the 20s to 30 range to be able to roll properly, and that's about it. lot more enjoyable when you don't think of it as a Souls. Well, yeah, it's the most unlike Souls of all of them. Like, they each have something sort of different, except for the Dark Souls have things that are in common. Bloodborne has different things. Elden Ring has different things. Though I would argue Elden Ring is just an easy Dark Souls. Demon Souls is hard mode Dark Souls. You didn't realize it was a Souls game? Well, it is one of those that kind of... I don't think it was necessarily as popular as Dark Souls, or obviously as popular as Elden Ring. So, I think it almost in a sense falls to the wayside. Ah, crap. Can you make it seem very badass if good? What? Are you talking about with the parrying in Dark Souls 2? Yeah, Sekiro got Game of the Year. People seem to forget that. I don't know what it is, but that year seems to be a blot in the internet history, and people just forget it kind of existed. It's kind of funny if I think about it. I'll have to ask Brandon about it. I believe he enjoyed it. Though also it has that death mechanic that Deathloop kind of has. Well, I mean, it's different, but Deathloop has the ability to die and still come back after you die to relatively... Crap. I'm still alive somehow. He's running right at me. He's not. Okay. Okay, guess I just didn't want to. Thank you, Tish, for taking that. Okay. Let's do that. Looks prettier than Dark Souls 1 parrying. Not as nice as Sekiro's. Okay. Get rid of iframes during repose and backstab should be given the old yellow treatment. Dang. Dang. Is that in Dark Souls 2 that they did that? Oh, I do not like that camera. Wait, did he heal? That is majestic. Terrifying, but majestic. Uh-oh. I forgot about that. Where is he? What exactly is that? Oh, it does explosions. Wait, why does he have so much health again? Oh, I got it. Tish, get him. What is that? Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. I was at the gates of heaven, and then I was booted out because I was L plus ratio. Gives me more time. Yeah, but so close. Chat, I was so close. I believe. Thank you for believing me. I'm getting so much closer. I can see it. I'm starting to recognize Radagon's attack patterns. He is a little soy boy, but let's just ignore that. Become a Templar Knight. Yes, that'll fix all my problems, dude. This is... There are moments where I have brief genius, and then moments where I come crashing back down to my idiocracy that I also inhabit more regularly. Spam. That's Waz. That's Waz. I mean, I guess you could call it spam, yeah, because he's trying to... Dang, seems legit. Wait, what? He just pinged that at me, and it's copied very much like spam. Crazy how his mother was able to gain access. Never mind. I just typed that out freehand, baby. Dude, that is a way with words. You got Duck thinking you were a bot spam. Now you got Duck upset. Yeah, you can have it, Spooky. He probably has femboys on there. I think I've said that I'm only into curvy women. Femboys are not curvy. They're usually twinks, and twinks are not God's ideal type. They're the Greek ideal type, but not my ideal type. You? Well, oh, I could also equip a rune arc. There are curvy femboys. Do you watch? You know, don't answer that question. Is everyone in your chat zesty? You know, I think it's just a side effect of the internet that everyone is now zesty. Like, I am even, I guess you could consider zesty. Like, I can imagine some people in my church being at some of the things I say. Do I watch what? No, I was asking Spooky if he watches... What's the Minecraft YouTuber that dresses up as a girl, the femboy, who is now dating a trans person? So he's just gay. You do not watch any Minecraft? Why can I not remember his name? Jellybean? No, not Jellybean. What is his name? This guy. Finster. Do you watch Finster? Dream? Dream is a femboy? Oh, Finn? Yeah. Dream answers the web's most searched questions. He's really going all in on his Shane Dawson vibe. Also, what the heck? He took his mask off for this? Why would he do that? Is Ashley his girlfriend? Finster's girlfriend. Wait, is her whole channel just... See, it's really weird because if I didn't know who they were, you know, it just kind of looks like that they're, you know, both girls. Icky Queen. Weird. But wait, also, doesn't she do OnlyFans? So, Spooky, you're sus. Waz, you don't have bananas? That's such an unfortunate thing. Well, a banana is very simply this. Hmm? Finn is not a Minecraft YouTuber?
Yo, wait, what?
Spooky.
Itch! They updated
Yes.
mining XP! Dude, I was just mining. Look at this. You go into my island. I mine on this thing. Max rated best thing ever. Cobblestone cube. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called a tower. I don't know. 1,500, right? For mining. Which was more than I remembered it. So then I went over here. And then I went, okay. And I mined this for a second. And yeah, this is way better. 3,500. Yeah, that's about what
You're
I
right, this isn't Minecraft.
Ooh, I am level 27 in mining.
Fi-
I was
this is
like
his
5
side
years, so
channel.
I go to mining to see how busy I
This is his side channel. Okay, then let's find out. Finster, full name, all that. How old is this channel? 2015. Finn, his third channel, 2014. Wait, who's Soda Cat? I didn't mean to do that. Finster Live. 2020. So when did he oldest video 3 years ago. Okay. Finster.
Yo, wait.
Oldest video 8 years ago. You are a liar and a fraud, Spooky. He is literally a Minecraft YouTuber. He is literally a Minecraft YouTuber. He is literally a Minecraft YouTuber. I do not want to hear this, that he's not a Minecraft YouTuber. Also, Precious. It's like if I called you a chess streamer. Well, unlike Finster, I haven't uploaded a chess video in ages. Finster hasn't uploaded one in... Okay, so it's been 3 years. Wait, no. It's been 2 months. That's still shorter. What about on this channel? Like, what is this channel? What, he made 4... Is this just his Omegle channel? Oh, dude, it has a auto-generated handle. So, yeah, he does not use this. Okay, so... Waz, you want a Bibleverse? Jimmy is variety. Thank you. I will be a variety streamer one day. Alright, so, all the way down here. 2 Kings chapter 3, verse 27. You said you wanted something violent? Here you go. When the king of Moab saw that the battle was too fierce for him, he took 700 swordsmen with him to try to break through to the king of Edom. But they could not do it. So he took his firstborn son, who was to become king in his place, and offered him as a burnt offering on the city wall. Great wrath was on the Israelites, and they withdrew from him and returned to their land. There, human sacrifice. Human freaking sacrifice. Dude, the Bible is metal as heck, and it is, I earlier today I was just reading through both of First and Second Kings when I was at work, and it's just fascinating history. And then also it's like the Old Testament has so much freaking violence, gore. I'm just amazed that people haven't made more videos talking about the crazy stuff that goes down in them. Yeah, his own son. Very, very normal back in the day, actually. Israel was actually one of the only ones that didn't do child sacrifices. What is your favorite Bible passage? And if it has something to do with femboys, I'm timing you out. You know, I just realized. Thank you, Jimmy. What? You're welcome. Bro, if the Bible had femboys in it, I might actually be religious. 1 Timothy 2:12. Is this the one I think it is? I do not allow a woman to teach or to have authority over man. Instead, she is to be silent. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Timothy is a book in the Bible? Yeah, there are 2 books titled after Timothy. They're letters from Paul written to Timothy, his surrogate son. Yeah, Paul's not about the hose. Wait, what the? Okay. I mean, there is more to that verse than just don't let women teach and all that. But it's a verse that is broadly taken out of context to besmirch the name of Christianity, much the same way how I besmirched the name of Finster, though in reality Finster is a Minecraft, at least was a Minecraft YouTuber. I don't know if he would, like, he doesn't post that much Minecraft stuff anymore, but it's much the same idea as the order of man and woman. Man came first. Passion of the craft. That's funny. I would laugh more, but my voice is dying. I'm dying. It's 11:30 at night, and I really just want to beat the Elden Beast. But man came first, woman after. Woman first sinned and caused man to sin. Man was still privy to their own sin. They still had their own choice. But man indulged the woman, kind of insinuating now that women were put under men because of the order and that men were created first. Which I guess, if you want to bring it up with God, liberals would consider sexism. How dare he? I didn't make the rules, I just play by them. That's what God did. I believe God, so it's kind of up to your world belief. And from there, the ideas of women kind of being, in a sense, subjugated or submissive comes from their initial sin and cause of sin entering the world. If that doesn't fully make sense, I am a little tired right now. I'm trying to explain it hastily, but that's sort of the gist of it. I always forget about the second attack. Okay, I always forget about those attacks as well. All I heard was Eve was sexing, Adam couldn't control himself, but I mean, boys will be boys, am I right? Well, that's actually earlier, before they sinned. I think the third verse after women are introduced in the Bible, Adam and Eve have sex, so. But back then it wasn't the same sort of connotations as it does now, because back then they were perfect. Man and woman were made for each other and made to, well, isn't that sin? Like I just said, they were perfect. They were married before God because they were the only man and woman on earth. They were perfect. They were perfect. In perfection, there is no sin. Once they sinned, then if they were not bound in matrimony, it's kind of the idea of saying that all sex is sinful. That even if you're married, like the Bible permits sex and has it as a means for man and woman to bind themselves together, body and soul, because God does not want us to fully hate our lives and not be devoid of pleasure. But the idea of sex being viewed as wrong bad is because of the connotations of it outside of the confines of marriage, which originally was a biblical idea for a man to be bound to one woman, which if we look at the Bible, so many guys do not stick to one woman. It's crazy, which kind of shows the amount of sin that permeates all levels of humanity. Even those following God righteously, they still fall in sin, and they still have promiscuous behavior or just folly even in following the Lord. What's your interpretation of hell? My interpretation of hell is that it is devoid of God. That you are cast, in a sense, into a pit. And that pit has no redeeming qualities. There is no Christ. There is no God. There is just suffering without God. And you are cut off from him. So, to say that it's the idea of the Dante's interpretation of hell, or that it is this place full of fire and brimstone, so that almost feels like life on Earth. Well, that's kind of the crazy thing, is what we experience here on Earth is with God. So imagine this is kind of this is something that is, like, it's crazy the amount of people that don't actually talk about hell and the reality of what it means to be devoid of God, to be without God, is here on Earth now. God is still sovereign. We have the choices to become one with him or to reject him. That is our free choice to do. this world has suffering in it because of the sin that was brought into the world from Adam and Eve. This world has pain and suffering in it already that is almost unimaginable. And that is with God still being sovereign. Thank you. And then we say that, or to then think about what world the earth would be like without God. There's kind of a case study to be stated that Revelations kind of gives a picture of what hell will be like, because there are because of the events that take place in that book, where we have times when God has receded a little bit from earth to let Satan reign over, to give him a kind of a false victory. And I'll tell you this, the amount of pain and suffering that is in Revelations sounds terrifying. I don't know how much you guys know about it, so I'm not going to really get into it. It's a very difficult book to understand. But to be on earth now, in this suffering from the sin that we have, is just a glimpse of what will take place when we are without God. Didn't God make them in his image? So is God sinful? God made humans in his image. Then in the Garden of Eden, Eve was deceived by the serpent, which was Satan, which was a fallen angel, formerly Lucifer, who had rebelled against God. I don't know when. We just know he rebelled against God, and a third of the angels followed him. They were cast down to earth to wander. And in their wandering, Satan was able to deceive Eve to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And in doing so, she became aware of what is, in a sense, shameful and evil and good. And in doing so, she allowed sin to enter the world. Adam, likewise, was carried along by Eve's initial sin. He ate of the apple as well. And then they were cast out of the garden because they were no longer perfect before God because of their sin. That they had been deceived and chose to eat from the tree of knowledge that God had warned them not to. Warned them not to. We have... Oh, you watched the Wendigoon Dante's video? Dude, I'm learning so much about you, dude. That's awesome. And from what was described in that story, it sounds like hell would be pretty awful. Yeah. Not the big D, massive D, no. God allowed sin to enter the world. Isn't he infallible? I can't say that word. Infallible. Yeah, so Dante's Infernal is an interpretation. I actually, funny enough, I have a copy of Dante's Infernal that I've been meaning to read now for a few weeks, that I need to actually read because I've never actually read it. But so I can't fully say exactly. From the book what I think is true or what is an interpretation, but Dante himself, it's a pretty standard interpretation. And yeah, it's awful. The ideas of it have shaped culture in a sense. Can you say Irish No, I can't. Wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, No, I can't say it. So, Spooky, to answer your question, can you even say it twice? No. Oh, wait, let me try again. Okay. Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish. I can't say it fast. It's so easy. No, it isn't. Okay, then, Diamond, you send a voice clip of it to the Discord so we can see you saying it so perfectly. But yeah, so God, in a sense, allowed sin to enter because he gave man and woman choice. The title of my next stream is going to be Irish Wristwatch. Oh, great. Everyone's going to come into your chat and be like, Irish wristwatch? And then you're going to have to reference them to this stream, and then you're going to have to just have a clip of me trying to say it running in the background. Actually, someone clip it. We'll send it to Waz now so I can use in his stream. But this is Genesis chapter 3. Now, the serpent was the most cunning of all the wild animals that the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, "Did God really say you can't eat from any tree in the garden?" The woman said to the serpent, "We may eat the fruit from the trees in the garden, but about the fruit of the tree in the middle of the garden, God said, 'You must not eat it or touch it, or you will die.'" "No, you will not die," the serpent said to the woman. "In fact, God knows that when you eat it your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." Then the woman saw that the tree was good for food and delightful to look at, and that it was desirable for attaining wisdom. So she took some of its fruit and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they knew they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made loincloths for themselves. Then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden at the time of the evening breeze, and they hid themselves from the Lord. Oh, it's Lord God among the trees of the garden. Oh, crap. So the Lord God called out to the man and said to him, "Where are you?" And he said, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." Then he asked, "Who told you that you were naked? Did you eat from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?" Then the man replied, "The woman you gave to me to be with me, she gave me some of the fruit from the tree, and I ate it." So the Lord God asked the woman, "What is that you have done? Oh, what is this you have done?" And the woman said, "It was a serpent. He deceived me, and I ate it." Then the Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, you are cursed more than any livestock, and more than any wild animal. You will move on your belly and eat dust all the days of your life. I will put hostility between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He will strike your head, and you will strike his heel." He said to the woman, "I will intensify your labor pains. You will bear children in anguish. Your desire will be for your husband, yet he will rule over you." And he said to Adam, "Because you listened to your wife's voice and ate from the tree about which I commanded you, do not eat from it. The ground is cursed because of you. You will eat from it by means of painful labor all the days of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you, and you will eat the plants of the field. You will eat bread by the sweat of your brow until you return to the ground, since you are taken from it, for you are dust, and you will return to dust." Adam named his wife Eve. Imagine, that's gotta be so weird that you get created and then you have your husband name you. Like, I know there are some weird Christian Mormon cults that will do stuff like that, but I just can't imagine doing that. It's like, you've been around for a while, And then it's like, okay, you're now named this. He named his wife Eve because she was the mother of all living. The Lord God made clothing out of skins for Adam and his wife, and he clothed them. The Lord God said, "Since man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil, he must not reach out, take from the trees of life, eat and live forever." So the Lord God sent him away from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he was taken. He drove man out and stationed the cherubim and the flaming whirling sword east of the Garden of Eden to guard the way to the tree of life. Say sued again. Sued. When Eva told the snake it was bad to eat the apples, the snake said, "Nuh-uh." Bro, she ate an apple. Kind of an overreaction, isn't it? If you have children and tell them not to eat the ice cream in the freezer, are you going to curse them? She belongs to the jungle. Oh my goodness. Put them on time for a minute. Don't create original sin, JFK. JFC. Sued. Like sue. Suing. You sue fabric. That's sued. I go to this website way too much.
Sewed.
Sod.
Sod.
Sewed. 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 Sewed.
See, sued just sounds so much better. Dang. Sewed. You know, sometimes I forget I don't speak English that well, and then other times I'm reminded all the more when I try to say Irish wristwatch and can't say it. I said it there though, so I think I did something right. Alright. Bro, she ate an apple, kind of an overreaction, isn't it? There's the... Okay, so you're saying that because she just ate an apple, that's an overreaction to cast them out of the garden. This is why you can't learn other languages. Just because I struggle with English doesn't mean I can't learn other languages. I'll just struggle with those as well. But, as I was saying, the actual act of the eating of the fruit, which we don't even know if it's an apple or not. It's probably a fruit that is unique to the tree, I would guess. The apple is just because of Catholicism, really. That's why it's often depicted as an apple. But in the act of eating the fruit, that is what caused them to become aware of life and death. It's actually very interesting that when you compare what the devil says to the woman on how he misconstrued and reorganized what God actually said to them. It's very interesting. We can get into it a little bit. I just ate an apple. Should I confess my sins? No. Eating an apple is not a sin. I ate an apple for breakfast this morning. Also, that's getting into a very interesting I'm saying if you put ice cream in front of a child and then tell them not to eat it, they're gonna eat it. So you're equating Adam and Eve to children then, okay? These are the records of heaven and earth. Dude, it's just crazy to think that this was all dictated to Moses by God. Alright. I'll make you a helper as his complement. Every bird of the sky, and brought each to the man to see what he would call it. And whatever the man called it, a living creature, that was its name. This verse always intrigued me, as if I wonder if he named an elephant differently than what we have an elephant named. If that English made sense. But like, he might have named a leopard something completely different. But at the same time, I wonder if the names of modern animals is inspired by what Adam originally called them. But that's just a thought that I've had. There's no real evidence for it either way, because he doesn't list out every single animal by name. But it does talk a little bit later in Genesis with Noah about what they were named. So there's a thought that a lot of the through lines still remained, but let's see. So 21, God took the rib from Adam, used it to create Eve. This one at last is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. This one will be called woman, for she was taken from man. This is why man leaves his father and mother and bonds with his wife, and they become one flesh. Both the man and his wife were naked, yet felt no shame. All right. I skipped right over this section. All right. The Lord God took the man and placed him in the Garden of Eden to work it and watch over it. And the Lord God commanded the man, "You are free to eat from any tree of the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for on the day you eat it from it, you will certainly die." Then the Lord God said, "It is not good for man to be alone." Really interesting how he goes from "you will certainly die" to, "All right, let's get you hitched." Yeah, I don't think eating a rock melon is a sin either. Did God tell Adam and Eve the grave consequences of eating an apple, or did he just say, "Don't eat this apple"? Well, he did tell them the consequences. Here. I hate it how it does this. But verse 17, but you must not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, for on the day you will eat from it, you will certainly die. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Perchance. Is a cucumber a pickle? No. It needs to be brined. You're quite tired? Dude, I'm tired. But fun seeing you, Diamond. Catch you in the next stream. Is an Irish wastrel? No, Waz, you can't have me try to say tongue twisters. It's not gonna end well. It's just not gonna end well. It's just not gonna end well. For me, I'm not threatening my chat, Twitch. I'm not threatening my chat. I'm threatening myself to eat a vegetable when I'm done streaming. So no life is being threatened at this moment. Alright, so God said, "You are free to eat from any tree of the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for on the day you eat from it, you will certainly die." And I think the idea is there's the kind of the concept here in Genesis 3 that Adam and Eve were not tempted by the allure of the tree until the serpent deceived them, which was Satan. Now the serpent was the most cunning of all the wild animals that the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, "Did God really say, 'You can't eat from any tree in the garden'?" The woman said to the serpent, "We must not eat the fruit from the trees in the garden." Oh, we may. Oh, I'm losing how to read English now. But about the fruit of the tree in the middle of the garden, God said, "You must not eat it or touch it, or you will die." "No, you will not die," the servant said to the woman. "In fact, God knows that when you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." Which, when you think about it, is true. But that there lies in the main sin. In opening up of their eyes, they became like God. They tried to become God, rejecting that He is sovereign, that they can have the ultimate say. The main thing of the sin, it's not a paradox, but the sin in the world is it was caused by woman and man trying to be like God. And in doing so, they became aware of life, death, good and evil. And they did die because of it. We all die because of it. It is honestly Jimmy's the best backroom news. Thanks, Bacillus. That's nice. But the weight of their actions were not because of what they initially did. It was because of what the deceiver did. Satan is called the great deceiver.
Congratulations! You exist!
Bob, what is up, dude? How's it going? It scares me when there's uninterrupted eye contact. Oh, I'm sorry. So God lied, the devil told the truth, and the moral of the story is that knowledge is sin. So if you want to say that God lied, you can say that. Oh, it's the fault of the deceiver now? Well, who caused the man and woman to sin? The deceiver. That's good to hear, Bob. Hope you're enjoying the stream. The idea of Adam and Eve living in the garden, they had everything at their fingertips. They had everything. But the serpent came in, twisted the words that God spoke to them, and made them want more. Made them want to become like God. And in becoming like God, they recognized the shame and sin that they did not recognize as sin because they were perfect. And allowing the ultimate creator not be the highest standard to their life. They wanted to seek more. Did you wait, Spooky, did you miss the part where he also cursed the devil? Well, in this case he They didn't recognize the sin because they were perfect. They did not know sin because they were perfect. That's how I should have said it. Probably did. All right. So verse 14 and 15, Lord God curses the serpent, which is a little crazy to think that snakes in the garden had legs. Rick and Morty kind of played off that topic in their snake episode. But the kind of context of Satan and his whole role in the place, or role in this, is almost in a sense it's the Elden Beast. Yes, that's what it is. It's actually all the Elden Beast. It's always been the Elden Beast. That's why he's flattened his ass on Smash Bros. Ultimate. He just doesn't like Snake from Metal Gear Solid. No, he's talking about actual snakes here. He's talking about actual snakes, not Snake, the military guy. When is the big slug coming to play? Big slug. I do not recall a big slug in the Bible. There is a dragon in Revelations. But that's not a slug. And there is a talking donkey. But not a slug. The talking donkey is also a really interesting story. I'll have to share sometime. But the context of Satan and his ultimate curse is more illuminated in Isaiah and some of the New Testament. To give you kind of the spark notes, Satan is much the same way cursed to perish to his whims because he chose to become like God. He much the same way sinned, how Adam and Eve did. Shrek confirmed. If you go off of the Lego Bible and its interpretations of Revelation, there is a troll in the Revelations. Lizard turned a loser into a snake. Yeah, I guess there is also just the idea that, well, they are reptiles, so yeah. It is also just very interesting to think about snakes, how they move. They move on their bellies. Snakes had legs. Talking donkey and dragon, I meant. Yeah, that it took me a second, but I figured it out. Yeah. They are not in the same book though, so they're not connected at all. And the dragon is representative of Satan, so I don't think the donkey would want anything to do with him anyway. But Satan is much the same way cursed to suffer in hell. Hell is not only where humans will end up if they choose to live apart from God, but it's also where the demons and fallen angels will reside once the end times are done, once God has pulled the final curtain and has created the new heaven and the new earth. You're gonna go make dinner now? Alright, see you, Spooky. Can we beat Elden Beast now, Jimmy? No, I'm going to bed. sorry, but dude, tonight we got really close. We got like really, really close. But just couldn't pull it in the end. But yeah, it's midnight, so I want to try to go to bed. I don't know if I'm going to be getting up early in the morning. Originally, I thought I was going to be doing some... And then Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2... I don't know when I'm going to do it. I think my one friend is buying it for me. But yes. Black Blade down. Dang. Bustos is really going ham. Yes, so Waz, I'll be playing Starfield next because I want to experience Space Skyrim. And I've been having it just sit on my game shelf for, well, since it released. But then I do want to try Dark Souls 2. I'm expecting that one will take even longer than Elden Ring. But I'm also... Well, actually, no, not necessarily, because... Waz, you've put almost 2,000 hours into Elden Ring. I've put... Let me check. How many hours have I put into Elden Ring? Please load. Okay, Elden Ring is not. Okay, there. Okay. Alright. But I have... No. Did not do what I wanted. I've put 140 hours into Elden Ring. And that's only on this game. This one world. So... I'm thinking the other Souls games will be shorter. Probably more time on bosses because, if I'm not mistaken, Dark Souls 2 is probably more difficult than Elden Ring. And I've also heard that every Souls game has an initial learning curve that you need to get over because of how they all play differently. But I'm hoping how much Dark Souls 2 or 3 is. I'll get in and try to race you. That would be really funny. That would actually be a very funny thing if we just build up in this community that someone, while I try to beat a game, is also trying to beat the game. But not to take too much more of your time up. I'm expecting Dark Souls 2 to take a while, but not too long. Starfield, if it gets Dark Souls 1, I'll definitely race. If I'm going to go Dark Souls 2 first, and I also already own Dark Souls 3 for my PlayStation, so I'll probably play Dark Souls 3 then afterwards. But I also need to decide what other games to play. I might also be pulling... just playing not just one game at once like I've been doing right now. I might also play Elden Ring, or like I might play Dark Souls one day, then play Starfield another day, and then play another game another day. Should I get 2 or 3? If you want to race me, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be playing Dark Souls 2 first. So if you want to race sooner rather than later, but also remember, you ever show your Amazon wish list? I don't know how to make an Amazon wish list. So no, I've never shown my Amazon wish list, but I can make one, I guess. I don't know. Again, I don't think I'm big enough to need to make an Amazon wish list. They also always seem like a little pretentious. All right, good night. To have an Amazon wish list, I don't know. like for people to buy me things, that just seems weird. All knowing down. Don't know. Wait. I don't think I'm understanding that. And then also, if people want to give me money, just send me money on Twitch. But if people want to, I guess, like support me, just send me money on Twitch. I'll buy my own things with the money you guys give me, and the money I make off streaming. But for real now, I hope you all had a good night.